So in my exploration of Yeshua and his life, I've always been interested in Yeshua. How did he heal himself? There was one occasion when he was purportedly thrown into a ravine and healed himself. Did he shift simply to a parallel reality where his body was untouched, or was there another technique he used?
There was another technique he used. Yeshua did not have one body in the way that you think.
So he was a bit like Krishna or other.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. Bilocational abilities, these types of things.
Okay. And is that one of the early human skill sets that we might have, or?
Yes, you all have this. It's just a matter really of creating another body out of energy and just densifying it more and more and more and more and more until it becomes solid in nature.
So that would be done through your imagination, moving into
through your imagination, through your breath, through guiding subtle energies into the body, through the transference, the copying of your consciousness into the body. There's all types, again, of schools and lineages that train this particular skill, but it is common across many different mystical lineages and paths. So different schools will have their own techniques, but mechanically that's how it's done. It's grown. The body is grown of energy and infused with one's awareness.
So these mystery schools, and there was a lot of talk about the mystery schools within Yeshua's life.
Yeah.
Are they still operating in the physical form today, or are they more ethereal?
Yes, they're there. They are absolutely there. In relationship to the creation of an energy body, another body, look into what you would consider to be Taoist mysticism. It was what their lineages were dedicated to. Because they sought the idea of what you would consider to be total spiritual immortality, not having to eventually dissolve into the oversoul, but to actually exist as what you would consider to be an angel or a god, perpetually, eternally. So they dedicated much of their practice to the generation of a body made of energy, infused with their own consciousness that would never break down, that would never decay, that could continue to sustain itself after the physical life. So that's one way of learning. There are also different, you could say, Buddhist paths, in particular Tibetan Buddhism. And some of their most esoteric divisions have similar practices to create this type of copy. In their culture, it is oftentimes called the rainbow body. This is something that's still practiced. It's still done. So you'll find many cultures have very similar techniques and ideas. Because remember, all cultures are accessing the divine just in their own way. So you'll find many of them are aimed at the same thing. They just have many or slightly different paths up the mountain.
Thank you very much.
Yes, of course.